Hello everybody, and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin, and we are on part 21 of Spyro Reignited Trilogy, part 11 of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Last time we beat Gulp, we got through Zephyr amidst some glitches. Not that we glitched our... we didn't do the glitches did us, and it wasn't pretty. Wasted a lot of time, but now we're here. I'm gonna clean up what we got in the homeworld here as much as I can, and then I'm gonna go back to Autumn Plains because we got stuff to do.
Spyro, keep collecting those orbs. We can't send you to Dragon Shores until you have enough. Not only will the orbs help power the super portal, but they'll help you break into the castle.
Sounds good. Alright. Last time I also jumped off the cliff before I signed off, and Spark sacrificed his life for me completely, and I ended up back here. Hey. Anyway, we're here. This is Winter Tundra, one of the most spiritually cathartic, relaxing, ambient pieces of music in video games. If you ever need help getting to sleep, they have 10-hour versions of this on YouTube that you can just listen to, and it works every time like a charm. I think there's some penguins around here that I can squash, but let's see what Moneybags has to say.
Well, Spyro, it comes down to this. There's only one more thing I can teach you. And like all the best things, it doesn't come cheap.
Pay 1,000 gems to learn Head Bash. Maybe later.
Seems like an inopportune time to be frugal, Spyro. But I'll be here, rest assured.
I'll come back to you. Head Bash will be the final move we learn in this. Oh, this looks like a skull point right here. If I didn't know better. See in a second. Looks like no, it looks like a regular penguin. Okay. I suppose we'll see what's over here first. Oh, little ice capades. So tomorrow is going to, on Thursday, June 2nd, there will be a PlayStation or a Sony State of Play. It's supposed to focus on, I believe they said third-party titles and maybe some PSVR 2 stuff. And I'm all down for that. You know, this is like the month or the week really of Summer Game Fest, and I think the State of Play is supposed to be a part of Summer Game Fest, or at least in partnership with. I'm excited to see. You know, it's been a while since we heard from our third-party games. Right now, I feel kind of full from first-party. Like I played Horizon Forbidden West. I know, I can bet the farm. I mean, I know I shouldn't bet the farm, but I could bet the farm that God of War is going to come out at some point at some point in this year. I'm pretty confident with that. It seems to hint that like they're already like doing marketing in like other countries. I know God of War was added to PS Plus for like a free game. There's been a lot of talk, and there's just been a lot of like kind of God of War related stuff going on that kind of suggests that the second or the sequel is going to be ready maybe by like September. Who knows? But maybe we'll see in the Sony State of Play what's going on with that, since it seems to be the one that's really on the horizon. Let's see what the professor has to say.
It's some consolation that you've collected so many orbs. My high-tech portal here will take you to Cloud Temples.
Excellent.
I'm so disappointed. My super portal was coming along marvelously.
No need for disappointment. Wonder if it says anything on his... it's all chicken scratch. It's just lines. You think in the PS... You think they would have added something there? Since we're in the PS4 generation, we can see clear all this, I remember there's a term for when cartoons or, like, video games used to just put, like, chicken scratch on stuff that's just gonna be illegible because it's so out of focus. But I think it's, like, called, like, hieroglyphing or something artifacting, or I forget what it is. Some term. But nowadays it seems kind of unnecessary. You can get away with high fidelity, small text, and so forth. Alright, let's one game I am looking forward to, I'm actually wondering if I should pick it up, is that small game, it's like an indie game I think, but it's a Sony game, Frey? Or no, not Frey, Stray. Where you play as like a kind of like a real cat, not like a cartoon cat, but a cat in like a dystopian future, and you have like a little backpack and like a little like it just looks neat. It looks like a cool like maybe like platformer puzzle game. It looks like a small game that can probably hold me over. Because right now my backlog, there's really nothing that I'm really itching to go towards right now. I have been diving into my backlog ever since Forbidden West, but yeah. Let's get this. I still don't have Head Bash. I should probably just get Head Bash, but I kind of want to explore without Head Bash for a second. See how much I can get without Head Bash. I love how big this... I love how there's this huge cliff here. This might be the biggest cliff in the... No, it can't be. I don't know. But I just like that the homeworld has a huge drop here from where we started. Oh, look who it is. We have an orb up there. What you got for me, money?
One last Speedway adventure for you, Spyro? It's not that expensive, you know.
That's another thing. We need to go to Autumn Plains again, because I think there's a Speedway I didn't even do yet. No deal.
Okay, come back when you want to do some racing.
I love how the professor just opened... I guess I collected enough orbs to grant the power to open it. But with him... I have enough orbs to... They're establishing the lore is that you need enough orbs to open these portals. So clearly I've done that, but he just wants to get gems out of me. Tisk tisk. But yeah, the Sony State of Play, I mean, I'm not really a PSVR guy. If I was a betting man, I'd say you had to get all the stumps with the head bash in this level for an extra skill point. Or a trophy, maybe? Maybe it was for a trophy, because I don't think they tampered with like the skill points for the Spyro 2 version. Alright, let me get my head bash and we'll head back to...
Well, Spyro,
we'll finish the
homeworld
bit.
There's only one more thing.
Alright, sure. We got 4,000? Alright, let's
The
go.
head bash move is very simple, really. All you must do is jump and then press the action button.
The triangle button. That's the triangle button.
The head bash move is very simple.
I was about to do it, but you stopped me. Is that all you got to
The
say?
head bash move.
Alright. Maybe once I open that door, he'll, say something else. Oh, the head bash is kind of like... It's pretty sick in this version. It's like very swift. That's a nice little orb there. Oh, really? Maybe I have to charge it? Flame it? Nothing? I don't remember these stumps being here. I'm going crazy. Why would they? Like, I don't remember them having these stumps in the original version. So why did they give it here? I don't know. It's weird. Well, we're also have to get. We are also gonna have to go to Shady Oasis. Yeah, I guess it's just part of the scenery. We'll have to go back to Shady Oasis because I know there was some head bash stuff. Head bash chest that we have to open still, and I think there's a mission there too.
The head bash.
Okay, okay. Let's open it up. Got anything to see now?
The head bash.
Oh man. It's a pretty small homeworld. After Autumn Plains is probably the biggest homeworld, I think, and then Summer Forest is a close second. But this is a pretty like a fairly small homeworld. But a memorable one. There's still like some secrets to it, I guess. I wonder if I have enough for Ripto. You tell me, Alorium.
Alright, Spyro. Now that you've got the orbs, Ripto's demise is only moments away, right? Right? Well, anyway, good luck. He's right through this door.
It's so interesting. I mean, Spyro's always been it's a big collectathon game. You have to 100% Spyro. That's just kind of how the game's played. But if you wanted to mainline the story, which, you know, there's very little story in the game, but if you wanted to mainline it, you're ready to go right from the get-go. And basically, this last homeworld to you just serves as extra content if you know how you see fit to play. But yeah, the game really is you need to get everything, and plus there's more to the game once you 100% it. So, see, I want those gems, but I don't want to go too far in. Maybe I'll save those gems for last. Oh, I see there's a King Flippy portrait in there. Anyone else? I'll explore once I see. This gem right here must be a hint to... Not so much, because I know you have to get over there that way, but... I guess I'll do that now. I don't remember this big mountain being in the way, but... What do I know? Oh, that's why, because I'm not supposed to go that way somehow. That's kind of cheap. They should not be putting invisible walls in such a small level like this. I don't remember that being there in the PS1 version. Oh, man. Alright, let's, Moneybag seems to have disappeared. Whoa. Is that another invisible wall? So I was, like, ready to go this way. Oh, that's weird. What you got over this side? Professor!
I can see you've learned the value of orbs, Spyro. This touchy gate should work perfectly with the help of your impressive orb collection.
Metropolis.
We're counting on you, Spyro, and I'm doing my best to get that super portal working again. I promise.
Professor's a stand-up guy. He's just trying to get things moving along. Here's our super portal. I guess we'll go up here and not take that bad way again. Can I go from here? I think I can, right? Just making sure there's nothing on this part. I love this. I love like the kind of like frozen snow kind of like reflection here. If there was ever a time to appreciate the graphics, that's something to note. But I don't think there's anything here. Oh, there's some over here, okay. Oh, I always forget about this orb. And then our last orb will be over here. This took a long time for me to find when I was a kid. But it's pretty rewarding once you did find it. This reminds me of Horizon Forbidden West, like the swimming. The swimming wasn't bad in Horizon. Because Spyro 2 is like the gold... Spyro 2 and 3 is like the gold standard for me for swimming in video games. Just the way you can charge to the water at the same speed that you can charge on land and everything, and it's worth it. So here's our final orb of Winter Tundra.
One last
Did I not say sure?
Okay, come back. One last Speedway adventure for you.
I'll come back. I'll
Okay.
come back. Alright, so we're gonna head back up. I think we got... No, we didn't get all the gems, but we got... We'll get the rest of the gems after we complete this level more. So now we're gonna head back to Autumn Plains. I mean, what else? So yes, honestly, I'm more looking forward to the Summer Game Fest because Jeff Keighley tweeted kind of like a screenshot of all the partners that are going to be showcased at the Summer Game Fest or within the Summer Game Fest. And one of those key ones to note was Activision, which was not invited yet last year because of all the, you know, all the allegations and all the legal trouble that it was going through, legal and moral trouble, from all the sexual harassment, discrimination, and all that lawsuit. And but maybe it's because Microsoft has, you know, their deal is underway of acquiring them. Maybe that kind of helped push. I mean, I feel like Jeff Keighley was always flip-flopping on the issue to begin with. I think he really cares more about getting... Oh, there's a gem. There we go. I was wondering, I was going to say, we never actually got the gem from when the Gulp's like door opened, which is where I was suspecting that hidden gem was. But I guess it was just another case of the grass being tall. Alright, let's go this way first. I don't think I did this one yet. Metro Speedway? Autumn Plains... Nope, only icy. Yeah, so let's finally get this one out of the way. Just one gem. But yeah, it looks like Activision's gonna be on the... is gonna be present to reveal stuff. I know people are talking about like a Modern Warfare 2 remaster. But I think we can do better than that. I think we're gonna be looking at oh god. I think it's gonna be a Wumpa League Tony Hawk thing. In all honesty. I'll make 2 laps here. I think I can get a charge going over here. Oh no. I feel like I'm going about this wrong, but... Did I screw that up? See if I can find something here. Oh, there it is! Oh, 1 seconders! Not good, not good. Okay. Yeah, alright, we'll try that again. I think, yeah, but I think we're looking at a Tony Hawk Crash thing. Maybe Spyro 4, but honestly, I keep thinking back to that, that promotion that was shown where it was like a kind of a gift wrapping paper or something on a box that people were getting, and it had like Tony Hawk silhouettes and Crash Bandicoot silhouettes. So I'm looking forward to see what that's about. I feel like if there ever is a Spyro 4, maybe it's going to be next year, but who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I think I went about this wrong again. Let's see if I can get it. Losing time, not the fastest way to do this. I'm gonna have to do skill points later too for like faster times, I suspect. So at some point I'll be coming back here to really fine-tune my my lines here. I think we got it though. Alright, now we gotta do the gem. Or not the gem, the orb challenge. Whoop. I was taking a glass of water. Drink from my glass of water. So it's right here. Right in this little waterfall. Vote me, Mayor is Mayor.
Crime problem here in Metro Speedway, but I think you might be able to help. A band of cat burglars have been raiding my re-election funds by scaling the walls of the buildings. Would you be willing to help get rid of them?
Always. What happens if I say maybe later? I have to find out.
I understand. I'm sure we'll find some other way of stopping these criminals. But you can always come back if you change your mind.
I'd love to know what his alternative solution would be, though. I wish they didn't end this whenever I say no. Just let me run the clock out. If that's my choice.
We've been having a crime problem.
Alright.
Great! Hunter can knock the scoundrels off of the buildings, but we'll need you to catch the loot before it lands in the canal and gets lost. Good luck. Hunter is waiting for you outside.
I like this one. It gets a little tense towards the end, but it makes you feel like a real crime fighter, superhero. At first, I thought that was Hunter in the corner, like where my where my inventory is of how many loot I'm catching, but it's actually the cat burglars. I guess Hunter's like betraying them because he's part of their. I guess not all cats are the same, but you think well, that's the thing about cheetahs. They earn their kills. Everything they get, any reward they have, they're always having to fight off like hyenas and stuff from like piggybacking on what they achieved. So maybe Hunter as a cheetah is just not down with all this theft. Wow.
Well done. You really taught those crooks a lesson.
Excellent. So So that's all for this level. I'll come back in order to do like the flight level, or you know, like the time trial, which isn't too hard. I just gotta find the right line. So we'll quit. So far, so good. Another thing about the Tony Hawk thing, and nobody's pointing this out. I don't know what it is with the Tony Hawk community, but nobody is really like. If you go to GameFAQs, the GameFAQs board, nobody is talking about any new Tony Hawks. I don't see any YouTube influencers. You know, it's not like the way Canadian Guy A talks about Spyro, the idea of like a new Crash or a new Spyro. There's nobody really I can find on YouTube or on the internet that really is kind of making it the point of their channel to kind of like speculate on when the new Tony Hawk game is coming out. It makes me worried a bit because it makes me worried. I know the game sold like 10 million copies and it's like the most fastest selling Tony Hawk in the first week or whatever it was, or whatever the, you know, but nobody's really like it makes me wonder, like, is it really just a nostalgia thing for people? Because for me it's not. It's a great game on its own merit. I wish people were talking about it, but the thing is that, and this is what nobody's like connecting the dots with, is they released. I gotta figure out which level has. I gotta go to Fracture Hills and Shady Oasis. Okay, so we gotta go towards the castle. What was I saying? There was a new. So like when Tony Hawk 1+2 came out, there was a kind of like a little promotion thing where Tony Hawk was actually skating in a real life design of the warehouse level, which is like the first level in Tony Hawk 1. He was skating in an actual replication of that level, like that, you know, maybe like the studio paid for to build or whatever, as kind of like a promotion, and it was really cool. But one thing that's really strange that's happened was, and I think I'll go to Fracture Hills. You know, I'll go to Shady Oasis first, actually. No, Fracture Hills, just get it over with. One thing that's really crazy is Red Bull, which is one of the sponsors for, I think, Kareem Campbell's, I guess his skate team, or his, like, the sponsor. I forget, like, because I know Birdhouse is for Tony Hawk. I forgot who sponsors Kareem Campbell, but his skate team were basically invited to go to this airport, and it's and it's supposed to be inspired heavily, and really, like, it feels like it's like it feels like it's the same level as the airport level from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, and he's skating it with a bunch of like new pro skaters, and it makes me wonder, like, is this a part of like Red Bull's promotion with them, or is this like in conjunction with something that's about to happen with a new Tony Hawk like remake? And maybe for all we know, there are other skaters that are going to be invited to the same area to do like kind of like promotion work or whatever. But it really is a cool video. If you search Red Bull airport skateboarding or whatever, you'll find it on YouTube. I posted about this on GameFAQs to like the community, and nobody has responded because the board over there is just dead. So it's kind of sad.
Well, hello.
All right, so we're here. We have to. We're gonna basically skip this as best I can. But we have to do an escort mission, which we have not started yet. There's a 2-part mission, which we didn't do the first part yet. At least this time I can see that pig dance. That's all I want to see. We also have to get rid of all these Earth Shapers, too. I think. Ah, that's true. I'm gonna have to actually get... No, wait. What have I completed in this level? Fracture Hills. Free the Fawn. Which I did, which is I needed that supercharge for. I'm guessing I should still kill the enemies anyway, just to free the map, like open the map up as best I can. Oh, these bushes scare the hell out of me. Alright. Let's keep it going. But yeah, I'm pretty convinced that Tony Hawk 3 is going to be a thing. Whether it's Tony Hawk 3 and 4, I don't know, but I'm very much looking forward to what Summer Game Fest has to offer. Much more than what Sony State of Play does. But from what I can tell, Sony State of Play is going to be it's supposed to be in partnership with Summer Game Fest, and it's supposed to be focusing on third-party titles, which we haven't really heard a lot from. Whoa! I like how you skip it and they're like the cutscene's still happening in real time. That's kind of a luxury to skipping the cutscene this time, is that we get to at least experience that. Oh my god. See if we can watch that explosion again. Didn't see it.
It's great to be
Oh,
free.
those rocks.
There's only one satyr left around.
I know. Stop. Look at this pig. He's still dancing. Ooh, that was close. That was close. I didn't think I was gonna get that third flame out. Oh, they still want me to charge that thing open, but I'm not going to. These guys, no, they give spirit particles away, right? They don't give away, well, let's just do what I have to do first, and then we could see if I have to kill them all. Let's at least kill this satyr. Not kill him, but free him.
Now that you have rescued all the satyrs in Fracture Hills, you ought to explore the temple. Music can calm the savage.
Alright. Now we're gonna do what we were born to do. Let's see what... Oh!
Just stand still, he says. I'll turn your boots to gold, he says. Oh, hi, Spyro. You're a sight for sore eyes. I'd appreciate it mightily if you could locate that alchemist. He owes me a favor. Just stand still, he said.
Okay. Maybe my head bash can get you out. I guess not. You think it would, though. But, you know, that would defeat the purpose of the mission, I guess. Is this... Oh, those are Hunter's arrows? And his bow and arrow? Is this where he's gonna get it? Oh, he has it on him. It's cool. I know how Enter the Dragonfly... I think it was Enter the Dragonfly or Hero's Tale or whatever allowed you to play as Hunter and use his bow and arrows as kind of like a weapon. I always wish we can get that in a new Spyro game. I always want to experience that with a proper Spyro game that actually works, like functions like a real game. But here's our alchemist.
I've been experimenting with a new potion. I'd like to try it out, but the Earth Shapers have made going out a bit difficult. Could you kindly offer me an escort?
Why, certainly. Actually, let's say no first.
Okay, I'll be waiting here, but Hunter will be very angry with me if I don't get this potion to him soon.
Well, I mean, Hunter really doesn't stand up for himself too much, so I think you're good. What we got in here, anyway? Some kind of, like, magic spells, potions, furnace... Another furnace.
Will you escort me past those Earth Shapers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great! Just keep those Earth Shapers away from me, and I'll take this potion to Hunter.
This is a mission that drove a lot of people crazy when they were kids. Protect the alchemist from the Earth Shapers. Because you can't see, apparently, but Spyro can't talk to him? Say, don't move that way? Oh god. Oh my god. I haven't done this one in a long time, I'm forgetting, like... I know he's gonna come back. Oh no, he's gonna loop around, right? Oh, you bastard!
Will you escort me past those...
Okay, okay.
Great! Just keep those Earthshapers away from me, and I'll...
Let's go. Clip, clop, clip, clop. I don't know why I hesitated.
Will you...
I will, let's go, let's go. Now this is a 4 out of 5 star thing. So it shouldn't be that bad, but it kinda is. I guess what I gotta do is keep this guy away! Oh man, alright. They really like rub it into by keeping this cutscene where you can't skip
Great!
for like a good 5 seconds. Alright, this guy's over here now. I only got a green sparks too, which is not comforting. Just gonna worry about this guy. Just keep him away. Now where are we going? Where are we going? Oh no! Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh! Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna come back, isn't he? No, he is! He is! He is! Ah! Oh, that was close. Oh, you better get in there. Excellent.
Man, do my feet feel better. Will you look after this for me?
See, the thing is, Hunter's supposed to be...
As long as you're here, would you like to help me take out these stubborn Earthshapers?
What I like is that Hunter is actually trying to collect orbs on his own. It would be pretty cool to see a Spyro game from the perspective of Hunter having to collect, like, I wonder how he earned the orbs he gets, because he's just lending this to me to hold on to. Like, he's supposed to be like a team player. Like, he's just like, he got this one on his own. Like, who knows what he had to do? Maybe I don't know. I don't even want to know. Kick Earthshaper butt. No.
Okay, come back later and we'll finish him off.
Alright, we're gonna finish him now.
As long as you're here, would you like to help me take...
Yes.
Alright! When I shoot an Earthshaper with an arrow, you head bash him before he gets back up. Remember, head bash by jumping and then pressing the action button.
Now, if I had done the escort mission first, when I first came into this level, and then I had to learn the head bash move and come back here, I would have had to do the escort mission all over again. So it's good not to do the escort mission the first time around, because you do not want to do that twice. And I like that Hunter does not need to be taken care of. I just basically have to keep up with him. He knows better not to get crushed by a... I could see playing as Hunter and you get a bunch of different type of elemental arrows. As like power-ups and stuff, and you can have like a skill point tree. But that's just me. Is that everybody?
We make a great team. Here, I was gonna give this to the alchemist, but I'm a bit annoyed at him at the moment.
See, now that's the thing. He's supposed to be collecting orbs. Why are you gonna give this to the alchemist? Unless the alchemist is gonna help us too, like, but I doubt it. He can barely get out of his own lab over there. Alright. 49. Is that all the orbs here? Yes, it is. Is that it for Hunter? No more, nothing to say? Alright. Let's get the gems we still have to get. I wonder if the alchemist has anything to say now.
thought my potion would turn that rock into gold. Perhaps a touch more salt.
I wonder if he says that in the original, because I don't remember ever going back to him. Interesting. Alright, let's get this gem. I don't know why I didn't get these gems last time. I guess I was just trying to breeze through. I was having trouble with that, that one mission where I had to supercharge through the whole place. Alright, we got everything. That's cool. We don't have to take on those Earth Shapers then. Unless... Is there a skill point to get all the Earth Shapers? I don't even know. Let's see if there... Ocean Speedway under 110. Scorch all trees. I didn't get all the trees in Scorch? Oh, yeah, that's right. Ah, shit. Fracture Hills. 3 laps of Supercharge. Maybe I should do that. Icy Speedway under 115. Metro Speedway under 150. Gult's Overlook. Perfect. It looks like Fracture Hills, I just have to do the 3 laps, but honestly, these guys are going to be in my way, right? So we'll have to see what happens here. I mean, I'm down to do it. I've done it before. I just don't like the geometry of how the supercharge works in this version. I'm gonna have to learn it again. Okay, that's one. I think I have a grasp on it. No! I know with this ramp I can't wait too long, and I have to like not go too I can't go too late and can't go too early. But I think this is worth knocking out if I can manage. Oh god. Let's just go back. Let's get this guy out of the way. I suppose while I do this, I'll talk about my Game of the Year for 2008, which, you know, like I said, the PS3 generation, very scarce for me. I wasn't, you know, I had to keep up with, like, you know, by the time I got the PS3 late and then I got the PS4 early, I had to keep up with the games that were kind of, like, you know, good at the time, so there's not much, there's going to be kind of a little bit of a drought as we go forward, but we do have a game for every year. But the thing is, with this year, for 2008, there's only one game to mention here. That's the only one game that I ever owned from 2008. But it's a noteworthy game, I'd say. It's definitely a great game. Not just some fluke game that I happen to own from 2008. It's definitely a game that I went out of my way to get because I knew I wanted to get into this game or into the series. Oh man. And yeah, it's a first-party Sony game. So yeah, one of the games was already mentioned as my Game of the Year. Because the first game was a PS3 launch title. And the second game really steps it up, in some ways, in a lot of ways. But, yeah, so that game is Resistance 2 from Insomniac. It's definitely a more, polished game in terms of frame rate, in terms of physics, in terms of gameplay, in terms of confidence with its story. It is a step up from Resistance. Oh man, it's a step up from Resistance Fall of Man in terms of how it plays. But like one of the things that I am a little disappointed with is that it does not. Its campaign, as great as it is, does not have co-op, split-screen co-op. Or online co-op, from what I can tell, which is a big thing for the first game for me. Which is, you know, I always like couch co-op games, especially, you know, when Resistance really is kind of like doing what Killzone. Even though Killzone was great, Resistance was filling in that void of what Halo was filling for Xbox players, being that, you know, being a game that you can play couch co-op, split screen. I think it was 4 players. Resistance 2. I'd have to look at that again. Oh, thank God I didn't get snagged on that. Yeah, it's a great game. Excellent. One of the great first-person shooters. It's one of those games that... one of the things that's a shame is that Resistance Full of Man does not have trophies. Oh, man. I have to remember not to jump... I have to, like, straighten my jump out when I'm in this tunnel. One of the things that Resistance Full of Man, it does not have trophies, because it was one of the first PS3 games before trophy support really became, like, a mainstay thing. But Resistance 2 has trophies, which is really good, and I got as much as I can from it, but one of the shortcomings, I guess, from it being again, another early trophy game of this era is it requires online trophies where you have to grind your life away in order to get it, which is fun because I've done that with Killzone before. But me coming late to this game, I was not able to do it in time before the servers got shut down. So now, since the servers are shut down, I cannot ever get the Platinum Trophy for this game, which is, in my opinion, very disappointing. But the game is still so much fun that I enjoyed. Got the skill point. Woohoo! Alright, let's get back to where we are now that we got that out of the way. I think we're going to Shady Oasis now. But yeah, the game is still great. Resistance 2 was still great, that I was happy to try to get as many trophies for like that metagame part of it as I can. And it was great. You know, Resistance 2 really does remind me of like a Halo 2 or 3 campaign. I don't think it had vehicles like Resistance 1 did. We can get in and out, but it was like the way the enemies are, the way it's like kind of alien, you're fighting against the Chimera, you have kind of like old World War II era guns mixed with like alien plasma guns, which worked really cool. I think one of the things too with Resistance 1 and 2 so far is that it carries on what Ratchet and Clank started with, where you have these cool weapons, really cool weapons that do very interesting things. And Resistance is like kind of the same way with that. Just these very over the top type of weapons, like alien weapons that you give you. But yeah, excellent game. Honestly, if there was any year where I had only one game from a certain year, this is a game that was well worth it for that year. Excellent game. Also, it's like one of like the... Is this Shady Oasis? Yeah, let's hop right in. It's one of like the final... I guess not final, but it's kind of like... In a way, it's conclusive to what the first game is. Whereas you think that would usually happen in a trilogy, but it's kind of interesting what the second game does. That's kind of different from other... I guess not different from, say, Killzone, because Killzone's done weirder things, but I think even Killzone feels more like a trilogy. I guess the overall, like, plot of, like, the Chimera invasion onto Earth serves that trilogy, but yeah, it's just Resistance 2 does some interesting things when it comes to telling its story and how it wraps things up within the second game sooner than you think. Alright, let's get this over with.
Spyro, it's a good thing.
I'm back. So we gotta get through the head bash area. Oh, I think there's a pod I need to get to that I forgot to, like, get last time. I guess I have to get the I have to kill these enemies too because there's a super power up that I need to go through. But yeah, Resistance 2, excellent game. I wish I did play the online while it was still up. And that's the thing about the Resistance games is that they had huge online multiplayer matches, like up to like I think like 64 players, which again was a huge thing coming off of PS2's online games, or you know, because Resistance Resistance Fall of Man came out 2006. That's the first year the PlayStation 3 was in effect. So 2006, 2007 had. I mean, that was the year of God of War 2, but that was PS2. But it had the Simpsons game. I'm trying to think of what, like, if there was any online games. 2007. I'm kind of blanking. I mean, I already mentioned that God of War 2 was my game of the year for 2007, but oh yeah, it was Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Uncharted Drake's Fortune didn't have any online, but I didn't play Modern Warfare until way later. And I never really... I played like a couple of matches of the online. But Resistance 2 was definitely a noteworthy online experience. I wish I was around for most of it, but I wasn't. I guess to recap, at least for Sony's games. Oh, that's another thing about Resistance 2 is that it had a lot of spectacle to it. There were levels where you were up against like Godzilla-sized creatures that were roaming through the city. I remember seeing that in E3. I don't know if Fall of Man had that or not, but I know Resistance 2 might have. In its E3 showcase, and I remember being blown away by that. I think even my sister was in the room at the time, and she like is not the biggest video game player, but she was kind of like, "Whoa, this is different. This is new." So there's that. Oh god. There. Rid of all these guys. And then I can get the rock to get the berry bush going. Alright, now we can do that mission finally. Or I think I could have already done it, but oh well. I think I need to get the power up going. Now in the original PS1 version, these guys get big and they rush through that door. They're not as sluggish as he was just now. He bursts through that door as fast as I can charge.
Thanks for helping me reach the Great Berry.
Alright, I got the talisman already, thank you. And I think I already got this orb, right?
Spyro, 3.
It's fine. I think I already got this orb, but pretty sure it will tell me if I can just pause it. Right? Guidebook? Catch 3 threes, I already did. Okay, cool. But there's this pot. I should get this pot out of the way. I'll save the pot for when I can get to it. Wherever it is. Alright, so for now we're gonna go down. Move our head bash crate here, or whatever you want to call it. Here's this thing, let's get it while we can. So yeah, recap, 1995, Twisted Metal, 1996, Crash Bandicoot, 1997, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, 1998 is Spyro the Dragon, 1999 is Crash Team Racing, 2000 is Spyro Year of the Dragon, 2001 is Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. 2002 is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. 2003 is The Simpsons Hidden Run. 2004 is Killzone. 2005 is Area 51. 2006 is Resistance: Fall of Man. 2007 is God of War 2, and 2008 is Resistance 2, a very well-deserved game for that. Like, I'm glad it's not like a dud game that just happened to have. It's a great game. Alright, let's do this.
My 8 brothers have been trapped in rock and will sink if you can't break them free. Head bash the rocks by jumping and then pressing the action button. Follow my lead.
Alrighty. Let me say no first.
Okay, come back when you're ready. My 8 brothers have been trapped.
Alright, let's go.
Follow me. And remember, jump and then press the action button to head bash.
Okay. Follow Grundy and bash her relatives out of the rock. Grundy is a girl's name? I guess so. It seems like such a gritty name that you have to remember that it ends with a Y, so would be a female name. Alright. This is a pretty easy one. It's just basically like a little excuse to come back here, I guess. Let's get him out of the way. I love how this mission was just waiting for me to get this ability. Like, you think they would have died by the time I got it. But apparently I'm...
Almost successful, Spyro.
Oh, I guess it's a little more challenging than I let on. Why does he have to be here? I'm following you, but you're not really... Once I'm in the water, once I'm in the acid, you're just gonna stand there, right? Alright. What did these guys do to get trapped in rock? Oh, I guess they got a spell from from like that genie. Oh. Oh, they're just like falling from the sky.
Thanks for freeing us. All I have to give you is this thingy I found. At least it's not a rock.
Cool. 50. Come a long way now. So all the orbs are collected. I think we still have gems to get around here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Give me a little more of an excuse to stand in this acid. Really? You think that... I mean, that's... I feel like I would have done that if you allowed me to have this power-up. To give me more reason other than the mission to get stuff. But, oh well. For now, we will get the... what I like to call the troll chest, because it's a big troll. It just brings you back to the beginning of the level. I think that's the last one. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like we're gonna go back down this way, right? Yeah, beginning of the level. Is this everything? Excellent. Let's vamoose. So I think we're done with Autumn Plains in terms of gems. Yeah, we'll have to come back for some skill point stuff. Maybe I'll do the Scorch thing right now. Just to get the damn trees out of the way. I don't know, maybe I'm cutting it too close, I don't know. Anyway, we're done. See you later, Shadies.
Huh?
Saw that last time. Is there anything in Summer Forest that needs to be done? I don't think so. I think it was just climbing stuff, right? Guidebook. Autumn Plains is all good. Summer Forest is all good. Okay. Let me, you know what? Let me try to defeat Gulp real quick without getting hit, since I'm here.
Go.
Nah, let's go, we got this. I think I have to be just a little smarter with how to dodge his attacks, and I can do it.
Go. Finish him off, and you can have all the berries you can eat.
What the? Not cool. How, like, I'm charging away from him. Like, what else? Unless I can't cut in? I don't like that, though. I don't like how it's, like, forcing me to really go towards the edge of the arena. Huh. I'll try this a couple of times, and if it doesn't really work out, I'll call it. But I will complete this at some point for our stream. I just wish the loading wasn't so long. I know in I think if this was on PS5, the loading would be quicker. But I remember the PS5 UI for streaming was really strange. I think once I can get him to be, just get the weapons to come from the birds more often, then I'm kind of an easy street. We'll see. This is definitely one of the harder bosses to complete without dying. Okay, we're good. Okay. What you got for me? There we go. No! Come on! Alright, you know what? We'll do this next time, because it takes forever to load, and we can see the stakes are high, though, with this one. So, we'll get it. Yeah, so Sony State of Play, it's coming up. It's gonna be tomorrow. We'll see what it is. Honestly, I go into this with no expectations. These are supposed to just be routine checkups. And a lot of people go into this thinking that the doctor's going to tell them they're going to live for 100 more years, and that's not what's going to happen. You got to manage your expectations. These are just little pulse checks to show that Sony is still a thing. It really is that. It's not supposed to be an E3 blow you away. Like, this is not their big thing. But you know what? There might be stuff that might excite you. But honestly, I'm more excited about Summer Game Fest. I'm confident that we are going to get something from Activision, whether it's, you know, within like the kind of the remake train that we've been getting, and not even just remake train, but originals. You know, Crash 4 was the first original game, and even like games like CTR, Nitro Fueled, and well, CTR Nitro Fueled is more of it feels more of like its own game, because it's a Nitro Kart remake too, and there's so much content added. Even Tony Hawk has content added to it that's great. Even Crash and Sane Trilogy has like the Future Tense level, or the Stormy Ascent level. Spyro Reignited Trilogy, it doesn't really have much, but other than I think, like, I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of anything Spyro has. Maybe you can see like your speedway times online. Maybe I'm not even sure. The remastered music is great, while still maintaining the original. But whatever. I know, 2017 we got Crash Insane Trilogy, 2018 we got Spyro Reignited Trilogy, 2019 we got CTR Nitro Fueled, 2020 we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 and Crash 4, which is why I forgive that 2021 had nothing, because we got two things from that kind of train in 2020, and it was towards the end of the year. So 2021, the COVID hit, everything was being delayed. PS5 still needed to be figured out for, whether to get to figure out how they're going to distribute them to, with such low supply versus demand. But now that's kind of catching up. It's PS5 isn't real. It's still hard to get, but it's not really. Things have to keep moving. And I think we're at this point now where we're due. Those Wumpa League pinata, Wumpa Fruit things got sent out so long ago that it's coming. Something has to happen. And I remember Toys for Bob released that video too before all of Activision's dev teams went on Call of Duty support. They put out a kind of a "don't worry, everything's fine" type video where they're Crash stuff is coming. We're here to let you know that. They put that out. There's that whole thing with the Tony Hawk and Crash Bandicoot kind of gift wrapping paper thing. There's something happening. We already know from the podcast, from a podcast with CKY member Jess Margera, that he kind of leaked that there's gonna be a sequel to there's gonna be a new Tony Hawk game, and we know that his music is featured in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3's original soundtrack. So there's something there. I think he slipped up the same way Norman Reedus slipped up about Death Stranding 2, or a sequel to Death Stranding. But yeah, I'm excited. I think we're going to get something. The fact that Jeff Keighley announced that Activision's going to be there, I'm sorry, but we're not getting it's not just going to be a Call of Duty thing. And we already know that Call of Duty has to go on kind of a 2-year hiatus now. It's not going to be a yearly release anymore. It's going to be, they're going to put more time into making Call of Duty games. I think it's going to be more of a 2-year thing now. So they're going to have to fill the year up in between. And these games sold well for them. It'd be foolish to abandon it, and I think we're going to get that. We're going to get something, and I can't wait. But yeah, other Dream things I'm looking forward to. I know EA and WB were also mentioned in that are going to be showcased. EA is probably they're good with their EA originals that Joseph Fares has done. But man, oh man, I would love to see something from The Simpsons again. That's a dream thing. We haven't seen because EA handled the Simpsons game in 2007, and they did 2011's mobile game Tapped Out, The Simpsons Tapped Out. I would love to hear that there's another Simpsons video game in the works. That would be a pleasure to hear about, but I doubt it. But I think they're due. I mean, come on, the Simpsons used to be known for their games, even if the games weren't always great. Save for, instead of, obviously Hit and Run and the Simpsons game are kind of great games. Hit and Run's an excellent game. Simpsons game is a good game, but they used to make a lot of Simpsons games, and I don't understand why you wouldn't take advantage of that in this era of games, with today's graphics and physics, and imagine a Simpsons game with kind of the Reignited or Crash Insane Trilogy treatment for a platformer or something. That would be amazing. Anyway, there's that. I know WB is also going to be showcased there. If there can be something from The Matrix because I know they released that Matrix Unleashed game that was kind of like in conjunction with the Resurrections movie. If there was something from the Matrix again, that would be cool. But those are just like dream things I'm thinking of. But without a doubt, I would honestly, I will be very disappointed if there is not anything mentioned about either Crash, Spyro, or Tony Hawk. And I think we're gonna get it. I think we're gonna get it from Tony Hawk and most likely Crash. And Spyro might be a thing that might be later down the road. But if it's all three, that's cool. If it's just one, I'm fine. Like, just give me one thing for this year. And that's all I got to say about that. Sony State of Play, I don't have any expectations. I would like to know something more about God of War. Maybe see something on Stray because I'm interested in that game. But if there's something new to reveal, oh yeah, that's the thing. It's going to be third-party reveals, right? So yeah, I'll just be interested to see if there's anything that catches my interest, and that's it for tomorrow. But Summer Game Fest, though, that's where it's at with the Jeff Keighley's presentation of what Activision might show or something. That's going to be my big thing. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to sign off. We're done with the backtracking in Autumn's Plains, save for the skill points, but we'll be getting through this game. This game has been taking a lot longer than Spyro, maybe probably because I've been talking about my game of the years every time. But it's a Spyro games are a good game to kind of have like a little podcast chatter while playing. So anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, keep a clear head, keep on gaming, and I'll catch you guys next time. We are going to get through this. Maybe I'll maybe I'll do something after Sony State of Play 2 to kind of like talk about it. But anyway, for now, have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.